Hi, Ms. Martin. How are
Hello.
you? It's
I'm
so
doing
nice
good.
to see you. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come meet with me.
No problem.
I wanted to let you know that Nicole is doing wonderfully in math. She is grasping subtraction concept with absolute ease. She's also showing a lot of promise in art. Her watercolor paintings are some of the best in the class, and I have them, displayed all throughout the classroom if you'd like to see them later. She is, however, having a little bit of difficulty with memorizing her sight words. And as you know, sight words are very important in the building of a solid foundation for reading. With the basic sight words memorized, advancing her reading skills would be just that much more easier for her. Since she's not quite where she needs to be to advance to the second grade, I was really hoping to impart some different strategies that we use in the classroom. So maybe you could give her a little bit more help at home. That way she can learn them a little bit easier.
I work 40 hours a week. I don't have a lot of time to be able to.
And I understand that. There are some things that you can do that range from just mere minutes to an hour or so. Something such as just reading a book together, or having her read it to you, it can do a world of good for her cognitive recall on those words. Also, there are things that Nicole can do on her own that can also help as long as she's actually doing the activities. Games and on some of these websites, I'm going to show you that can actually help her engage into the sight words so that she might be able to remember them a little bit easier. This website right here is called education.com, and they have a lot of games that are one player, and there's also multiplayer as well if you wanted to play with her as well. Um, they range from 5 minutes to an hour. I have actually seen some that are an hour. They also have flashcards on here that you could help her practice those sight words. There is worksheets and even a workbook in there as well. And if you will go over here, there's ABC Mouse. That one also, with I have a subscription for the classroom, and with that she's also able to work on not just that, but it's one of the reading activities that is included with ABC Mouse's sight words. And then over here is Scholastic. Scholastic has a lot of apps that use the sight words as games for the kids to play, and it helps a lot with their cognitive recall with those. Um, and it's usually free on tablet, cell phone, Apple, Samsung, LG, whatever it is you use. That's just some of the different things. Also, like I said, I can also send home some worksheets. There's like text readers that I could send in that will actually help her also with her sight words.
Well, I understand, but I almost got three other children, and my husband is less than helpful.
I understand you have a lot on your plate. Some of these activities can be done with your other children as well. Things like Nicole reading text to her siblings may even benefit your other children and give both you and her a helping hand. I also feel like I have some extra worksheets I can send home. I believe I told you that earlier with the one website over here, the education.com. Uh, if you give your other children the worksheets as well, they can work with Nicole if they're older and younger. And if they're younger, it may benefit them as well, but it could also give them a sense of helping their big sister. Um, Workbooks and worksheets really aren't that great of a tool. They're still a very good teaching resource, but we like a more hands-on approach, which is a little bit more of what the websites will be able to provide for her to be able to really expand her knowledge on that.
Is there any reason why she can't learn from you?
Uh, I will, of course, continue to help Nicole as much as possible in class. Um, I will be pulling some small groups of students that are also struggling during, the reading with their sight words. Um, I'm going to have them in a group. That way they don't feel like they're being, singled out or ostracized or anything like that. I don't want any kind of situation that makes the child uncomfortable. We also have a reading specialist within the school that I feel Nicole could benefit from seeing occasionally, if that's okay. Um, but I really feel like a more work at home If she really practiced some of these sight words or some of these activities, flashcards, anything at home, she could be up to the level that she needs to be at to advance on to the second grade. And since we all know that reading is really fundamental in life, I really feel like that she would be able to do this with no problem. And like I said, not everything has to be done, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. Breaking things up, that's perfectly fine, and you usually learn easier in shorter increments of time. So it shouldn't really take a whole lot of time in one block, if you will, and you can incorporate this in the family.
So like bedtime stories.
Absolutely, those would be great, and have her read those to her siblings. Nothing like it wouldn't hurt anything, and plus it would give the other kids an option. Give them a way to listen to their big sister, give them time to spend with her as well.
Okay.
Well, just so you know, if you have any questions, I'm always able to be reached by email and by the classroom blog. I'm also very active in the class discussion board, as you know, and I can answer any questions for you have at any time. Okay? Thank you, Ms. Martin, so
Thank
much. I appreciate you coming in.